You hear in the distance, and see the distant flash.
I'm just gonna stare at the lilies in the pond. Just gonna. I am not ready to go back in there.
You hear the gentle footsteps, wet footsteps of someone approaching. Look, I'm just being honest. Doesn't mean I expect you to listen to me.
If you're gonna talk, sit.
Fine. She plops down next to you, just kind of still looking down at the spring.
I know it was supposed to be you. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want any of this. I was going to be the one who... I was going to be the one who stayed. I know. Sometimes I feel like I stole this from you.
Sometimes I think that too, but...
I have seen things that are amazing, beautiful beyond anything I could have imagined. And I have seen things that have taken parts of me, and I will wake up in the middle of the night for the rest of my life. It is so big, and I don't know what you saw while you were gone on your travels, but it is so big out there. And I didn't want it. Maybe a little. After you left, then Colton left, and Dad left, even Clarabelle left, and time stopped meaning anything, and it was too quiet, and the Wild Mother wasn't speaking. And I was just here, keeping home, and waiting for a sign to leave. Do you know I started eating the petals of the lilies? It's one of those old stories that this was one of the first plants that maybe it had more of the first power that started this place. And I started having strange dreams. I hadn't even thought about them till I returned till today. And even those first dreams told me that this was coming. And if I were done, they would have stopped. And I don't want to go. I wasn't going to come home because I knew I wasn't going to want to go. But I don't want you to go either. Because it has to be me. Because I've already seen it. And it will just horrify me just a little less than the rest of you. I want to be done. I want you to go and not do this. I want it to be your turn.
She takes a rock and throws it into the water. And throws her wet hair back across her shoulder.
Smells so good.
Yeah. It's just frustrating.
Yeah.
It's frustrating that you've gotten out and see the world and you've I don't know, you made me proud in spite of myself. And
Well, give me time.
I hate admitting it. But it wasn't my time.
I still wear everything you gave me and everything you made for me. Never put any of it down.
She reaches in her pouch and she pulls out something and kind of holds it and goes, "Thanks for that." And hands you this thing in her hand. You look and it's a bracelet woven from silken burlap that has glass beads periodically throughout it. It's simple but elegant.
You still do good work.
That'll smell like home for a while, so while you're off, I don't know, fighting a city or something.
Look at what the world has done to my hair.
I know, it looks awful.
It's so terrible.
We all trust in your instincts. You've kind of always been of everyone. The one who just kind of had a better sense of how things were meant.
Clearly I was wrong about my thoughts that I was going to stay here. Can't always be right.
No.
And my sense, and I want to make sure you know this, is that I don't think I'm coming back. And I'm not okay with it, but I'm making peace with it. If there's a way for my body to get back here, I'd be very grateful, but there's every possibility that that won't happen. I'd like my name somewhere if there's nothing to bring back. That would be a comfort.
Her demeanor gets extremely dark. Cold, almost, as her eyes meet yours. It's odd to feel so close to your sister and in that moment feel so far away. She nods. I'll look to it.
And I want you to take care of everybody. And especially, I want to make sure you take care of yourself. And don't get locked up here on my account. Your job is to get everyone situated and to make sure that you find whatever destiny you're supposed to have. I don't think you're supposed to be here. Not forever. Let Colin do that, it'll be funnier.
You're not wrong.
I'm thinking about, now that I'm here, talking to the wild mother, maybe trying something a little out of the ordinary. Seeing if she has something to say while I'm here.
Well, and she kind of stands up a little bit while you're still sitting. Rain splashing across her face, still coming down. May have to talk kind of loud.
I'm gonna stand up with my staff, put the bracelet on. Do you know, and I don't know if it's true, but there's a version of the story that says that the head of the first hero that gave this place its power was put in the ground where the spring erupted from. And that point, and the flowers that grow from there are the first flowers. I know that there's a lot of stories told, but that's the one I believe. I'm going to take the crystal off of my staff and put my staff down. Going to wade a little bit into the water. Going to take one of the petals and put it in my mouth. And I'm going to take a deep breath, holding the crystal, and step into the deeper points of the spring and let myself take a big breath and let myself sink and try and, I guess commune is the spell to cast.
There is no better time but to cast commune under these circumstances. Alrighty.
I'm going to use it in an unusual way. Since
Okay.
I'm here.
Explain.
I have been getting visions. I have been getting... It's not quite a yes or no question that I want to ask. I want to... It's not quite a plea for help, but I want whatever blessings that she can give and whatever she can do to make the road clearer and whatever she can do to make the notion of what we face stronger.
As you kind of descend beneath the waters, the cold spring waters, as the water overtakes your hearing, you can hear the muffled sounds of the rain breaking the surface. And then as you kind of give in
Casting it.
to the depths, the waters around you begin to warm. The rolling thunder begins to fade. And you feel almost like you're being cradled. Like something has scooped you up from underneath. And that warmth is welcoming. It smells sweet. It smells like a fresh rose after a rain. And as you concentrate for this focus, you sense that warmth will never truly fade. For the clarity of what you face, that warmth grows cold, and you sense something open your eyes, like two fingers pull your lids open, and before you, you can see the visage of the Wild Mother. Massive and all-encompassing before you, beautiful brown skin, long red hair, every part of her just adjoining with nature. And she looks towards you with a sad face. And you see below her, in her amorphous body, seeds. Seeds that when you begin to focus, the distance, the size, the scale, the scope is so odd and off from this perspective. But each of these aren't seeds. These are beings. These are souls. These are lives. This is life. Everything living, connected. And you can see it all connected to her, and she just looks at you, sad. as you hear the screams, filtering in the endless thousands of screams. And you watch as each of these seeds, these lights, go out. And the color fades from her. And you watch her wither, her eyes never leaving yours. And as best as she can convey, I think you understand the scope of what it is you face.
If I'm deep enough, I want to touch the bottom of the spring.
You reach, you find the muck, you find the roots, you find the bottom.
I'm going to take a big handful and wait till I'm almost out of breath and then start making my way back to the surface.
Calliope stands there at the edge, still looking. Did you find what you're looking for?
Unfortunately. Get my hands nice and dirty. If I don't come back, it's your job to protect this place from whatever's coming if I fail. She'll tell you what to do.
As you step out of the water, she kind of leans in and just wraps her arms around you for a second, leaning her head on your shoulder. Takes a deep breath, and pulls back and looks at you. And kicks you into the water.
Oh, good. And I'm down.
And she walks back into the house.
Just going to take a second float.
Feeling the rain on your face. The last bit of light begins to fade into that distant blue.
Yeah, I had that coming. Okay. I'm going to pick up my things and go back inside and make some apologies to the family.
Okay.